Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the star line by the co-host and lead mechanic for Motor Trend's Garage Squad, Joe Zolper. Welcome.
Welcome to me. Thank you very much. I am glad to be here.
Let's go beyond the mic. You wanted to be a mechanic when you were in third grade. What car was your dad driving you to school in when you were in third grade?
Third grade would have been a 1977 Cutlass.
Oh, nice.
I was in third grade. That's what my dad was driving.
You grew up on your grandfather's farm. How did that prepare you for your future career?
My grandfather was very poor farmer. And back in those days, you didn't run in the town to the auto parts store or wherever to get parts that you needed, to fix the equipment on the farm. You either saved old parts and you rebuilt them, or you tried to make work with what you had laying around. And so that taught me to look at stuff and go, it's just nuts and bolts. There's got to be a way we can make it work again. And I think that has contributed to a lot of my youthful talent on the show today.
How many cars do you have, and which one's your favorite?
I have like 15 vehicles, and my favorite right now is my 69 Dodge Daytona drag race car that I built. That I do no prep racing with. That is probably my favorite vehicle right now.
So what makes that Dauntless Daytona so special to you?
It was one of them deals where I had a vision of a vehicle, and I was told I couldn't do it. I built my own chassis, I built my own motors, rear ends, transmissions, you name it, and I was told I couldn't do it. I didn't know what I was doing, and that right there will motivate me. If someone tells me that I can't do something, I'm going to do everything I can to do it. And it was a long project, because it was a very hard project. A lot of friends and family helped me with it to get it done. But that one is pretty close to me right now. I just finished it this year, and I love getting behind the wheel of that car.
What's the closest you've ever gotten to a perfect reaction time on a Christmas tree?
I have got 000s before, yes.
Nice. You restored everything from a 1949 Mercury to a 1965 Chevy C10. What was your first restoration?
My very first restoration, believe it or not, was a 1969 Charger that I paid $900 for, and it was rough. It actually caught on fire before I owned it.
Wow.
And I restored that car and made it look like the Dukes of Hazzard car. I built the General Lee, which I still own today. I was 19 when I built that car.
You're known for going out and speaking to and teaching shop classes, helping stoke the fire of future auto mechanics. Why is that so important to you?
Well, if you see, if you want to talk to me about the industry, we could be here a while. But to give you the short of it all is, what I'm seeing in the industry, we're having a hard time finding mechanics. We're having a hard time finding body men. We're having a hard time finding diesel mechanics. And, I think what it is, when I was a kid, it was easier to work with your hands. There was always, around me, there was always, your grandpa was a farmer, your dad was a mechanic. Well, you don't see that a lot these days. So these kids are coming in, and they don't even know that this option is out there for them to learn how to do this and enjoy it and make a healthy living with it. And so I think it's very important to give these kids these options that, hey, there's a trade school you can go to over here to learn this. If you want, you don't have to go to 4 years of college if this is something that you love to do. And I just like to let these kids know there's other options out there.
Every restoration has a challenge, a moment where you have to overcome an obstacle. But which one is the biggest one you've ever faced?
The biggest obstacle, is always trying to find parts that are not reproduced anymore. I mean, that is a lot of trouble. I mean, we did a Lincoln on the show, a convertible, and I, scoured the country looking for parts. I ended up finding parts in Florida and had to next day air them so we can get the car done on the show in time. I mean, parts that are not reproduced is getting very difficult. I would say it's the biggest challenge of any restoration right now.
With cars getting more technical, adding more computers, How hard is it to get the kids excited about restoring? It's not as easy as restoring these old 70s and 60s cars that didn't have any computers.
Well, today's generation is it's very difficult to learn everything that's going on. You almost can never keep up. With the technology of today and the cars of today, and it's a full-time job. Educating yourself, even if you already are a technician in the field. You're constantly going back to school. You're constantly learning stuff. And these cars are getting difficult. I mean, in my eyes, I can remember 20 years ago, mechanics didn't make very good money. 25 years ago, not much. And another 20, mechanics are going to be some of the highest paid people, on the planet for a trade because of the fact that technology is so strong right now and growing that, it's just almost impossible for it not to be a good paying career for the knowledge that you need to know to do this job.
Co-host and lead mechanic for Motor Trend's Garage Squad, Joe Zolper, joins us beyond the mic. Joe, what you got cooking up for that season finale?
This is going to be my most favorite season finale of all time. It is a 30 street rod that these police officers cut the roof off of it and turned it into Santa's sleigh.
Oh, wow.
So what they want to do with this is they want to get this thing up and running, and they want to take and deliver food, gifts, and toys to the local community, all the children and everything, and they want to dress up as Santa Claus and elves, and they want to drive this old street rod up to people's houses and give them toys. And it's something that was, dear to my heart. When I seen this and I heard their ideas and their imagination, I fell in love with it right away. I couldn't wait to get my hands in on this, to work on this vehicle. And it's something that I think, everyone's going to love. I mean, you don't even need to be a gearhead, and I think you're going to love this episode and, and what they're doing for the community. It's very, heartwarming, and it's something that I think everyone should set their DVRs. If you don't, if you can't watch it on time, it's something that you definitely want to see. It's going to move you, I think.
Time's running out, so it's time for the Rockin' 8. First thing that comes to your mind, no pressure. Favorite tool in the tool chest?
Crescent wrench. Quick and fast.
What's your go-to midnight snack for a late shop night?
Pizza, for sure.
If you have to drive one car for the rest of your life, which would it be?
A 71 Barracuda.
What car does your daughter Ruby want to drive, and what car are you going to let her drive?
She wants to drive my 69 GTX, and I am going to let her drive something cheap and is rusty and junk because she's going to wreck it anyway.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, favorite moment with your daughter Ruby?
When she wants to get in that junior dragster and go down the track, and that is my most favorite moment.
Favorite Father's Day present you ever got?
I got a special lucky coin to put in my racing suit for good luck when I'm racing my car.
What's the car that you can't wait to restore?
My 66 Belvedere twin turbo station wagon.
Favorite color on a 1967 Mustang with a 289 and a C6?
That blood red color. I love that red color.
He's the host and lead mechanic for Motor Trend's Garage Squad, Joe Zolper. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you very much, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Look me up, Joe Zolper.
And that, my friends, is Beyond the Mic.